They'll be calling you a radical. This is a big, big deal. This is a big story. Anybody who loves the ocean, anybody who claims that they love the mammals, I want you to read this. This is the insanity that's going on. The insanity in the state of Oregon. The insanity, the culture of death. This is the most insane. All you people that say you love the ocean, you work for the Fish and Game in Oregon, Washington, you're a university professor. Wow, what is it you do? I call them, we call them left and right, our group is up there. These are starving to death mammals that have been in the ocean, the mighty blue ocean, for millions of years. And I want to say this to this guy that calls it maggot. You know when you're in your mama's womb. Do you know how you breathe in that sack? We have gills. You know we have gills when we're in there. Life from the sea. Wow. He calls them. These sea lions and seals are lining up. These are creatures been around for a million years. You think they're just confused? You think they're just gluttonous fat vultures like you are? No, who's the maggot? He calls them maggot. They're starving to death. It is well documented. I walked up and talked to them all. It's well documented by California Fish and Game, by NOAA, by all of them there. It's very well documented that all the elephant seals and sea lions are starving to death. The little birds, jackal, well documented, well known. They're starving to death. Tim called me. Did you know? All you guys are grandstanding the fishery. You know there was an emergency meeting called yesterday. Up you fishermen in Oregon. You know, wow. Bonneville. Steelheads are showing up. You're predicting this massive turnout. Not happening. Not happening. I wonder why. Let's see. They go to sea for 3 to 4 years. What happened 4 years ago? Yeah, the numbers, it falls in perfectly. That, yeah, you're going to get areas with some decent life. It's just like Ken Buser's insane study that you're regurgitating. He's fundraising. This study's meaningless. Comes in and says, oh, now it's on the coast. And everybody regurgitates the black and yellow media horses I've named it. Wow. Wow, the Pacific Ocean is dying right in front of your face. The emperor has no fucking clothes. And I've learned that I can't, even using literature metaphors, I can't, because when I say the emperor, people don't know what I'm talking about because they're so uneducated, poorly educated. Wow. I can't. And I want everybody to get on the phone. Do some work. Yeah. Anybody who has any respect for life whatsoever. All you people that say, oh, I love the dolphins, honey, let's go see the dolphins. You people that are collecting a paycheck. Look, I have the data right here, right here. That's Ken. His name's on this study. That was leaked to me. I released it. That's the only reason it's out there. International team. Ken Buser's name's on that net. That's when he was robbing all the money at freaking Wood Holes. Now he's been booted out. So he's saying this is his name's on this study. This is in June 2011. International study shows against the background levels. Radioisotopes against the background. Respectively, 3 times. That's enough to scare the bejesus out of you. 50 times and what it does not dilute. And they're not just talking about cesium. Hello. Wow. This study. Oh, it just got here? Huh. That was in less than 24 hours from Fukushima. Huh. Where did that come from? The United States government. Hello. Huh. Wow, the emperor has no clothes. The Pacific Ocean is dying right in front of your eyes. And then you know, oh, the big pine trees. I walked from Pismo and I saw it with my very own eyes. Tide pools all dead. Seagulls have disappeared. Sea lions and elephant seal mamas starving to death. I saw them with my very own eyes. Walked along the one, 20 miles a day. You know, there's some people that can verify, watched me. Nobody come and talk to me. Nobody will do it. I like, what's her name? Fukushima's here, their video documentary. Mothers for Peace called her. Says, hey, Kevin Blanch is going to be here. If you want to talk about the shutdown of San Larva Diablo, that's the guy you got to interview. Mothers for Peace are the real deal. They're the only ones. The rest, Helen Caldecott, Chris Busby, Beyond Nuclear, Cam Buser, they're not answering. They're fundraising machines, and they know that if you tell the truth about Fukushima, it scares their investors to go down. They're not answering. They care less. Oh boy, I am nuclear. Literally. My book's about ready to done. I gave a lot of people an opportunity to throw in with me. When this book sells millions of copies, I don't want to hear. I gave plenty of people opportunity. I'll do it on my own. You know, the small people that have supported me, you know, with a little bit of money here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Gail down there under. Thank you, Lonnie Clark. You know, thank you. Elaine in Hawaii. Thank you, Dana Dunford. Wow. He calls them maggots. Starving to death. Elvis, oh, they're just in there because the tides were. These creatures are millions. This is the insanity. This is the generational arrogance. Who's the maggot? Wow, he ought to go throw him with David Suzuki now. Wow. It's heartbreaking. Tim called me. He says he's going up and down the coast. He says they called an emergency meeting up there. They're not showing up. In denial, don't talk about it. Shh, the fishermen won't show up and, you know, get drunk and freaking spend all their money. Won't happen. Won't happen. I don't know. Sad. Money before integrity. Every one of them, Helen Caldecott, she told me right to my face. I can't talk about Fukushima. It scares my investors. Greenpeace told me the exact same words. Beyond nuclear, same words. They all say the same thing. That's what we need to walk up and just boom in their fucking heads. What's the matter with you sick bastards? Pacific Ocean's dying. Fukushima's been pointing to the Pacific Ocean, nuclear fission, and at least 3 meltdowns. The Emperor has a... I'll tell you what's insanity. You want to talk insanity? Anybody who does not think that you can dump full blown out nuclear fission into the Pacific Ocean for $14.92, they sell the ocean blue, the new Columbus, and there's no byproduct. That by definition will become the new insanity. The arrogance, this is the most generational, this prick, this is the most generational arrogant I've ever heard. I've never heard anything so arrogant in my entire life. Future generations, people that are not unborn. And if you want to talk nuclear with me, I watched my father. Nuclear lab rat in the Nevada Society. My love of my life, Annika. The feminine girl before it was even feminine. That's how I knew Megan Rice. She sits in a prison cell. I didn't see Helen Caldecott there. I didn't see Beyond Nuclear there. I didn't see anybody there. I was there in critical condition. Because they're not anti-nuclear. I hate these bastards. This nuclear cartel. The nuclear cartel, they need to be strung up, every one of them. And I would say this to the marine biologists, the professors, university professors, the chemistry professors, everybody, the black and yellow media whores that have went along with this. We talk to them all. Fish and game, whatever, it's not our job. Everybody I talk to won't go on camera. It's not our job to study the ocean. Not our job to study the ocean. Yet they get that big paycheck. They're marine biologists, they're an ecologist, they're what they're. You're supposed to stand for something. You're supposed to mean somebody. Has no one any integrity? Has nobody got any? Wow. It's all about money. Oh, the fishermen are going to come here and drink beer and spend our money. Growth for the sake of growth is the ideology of cancer cells. Edward Abbey, right here to this said ground. You know, the people that mentored me, they would roll over in their graves. Wow. The Pacific Ocean is dying. The nuclear cartel, wow. The greatest evil bastards, and everybody plays along, goes along. By the way, I hope Ackerman's watching this. There's a great critic who's came out and just slammed the MoMA on this Icelander. You know, you got to read this thing. So our protest on MoMA was important as the moment the Royal was in. By the way, Kissinger's, but they've sent all this so-called ones there. You know, the only one that spoke out and they told her to stand down, it should be the last candidate. Caroline, on the 50th anniversary of this, was in Fukushima, presented her son. He looks just like JFK's kind of, not a peep out of her sense. I know Amy, by the way. Amy's friends with her. By the way, Amy's really anti-nuclear. She's the only one, Mothers for Peace. They're really anti-nuclear. The rest of them, oh no. Oh no. Of course, Amy wasn't at Megan Rice. I haven't seen her support Megan Rice, but wow. You read this. I want everybody to read this. 1,600 of them lined up. They're starving to death. Ha, the food chain. Oh, the plankton Fukushima die, then the sardines, then the anchovies, then the sea lions, then these are mammals. Mammals. Mammals that are so similar to us as human beings. Their feelings, their spirits, how they live, what they do. Everybody knows that. Anyway, where's the zoologist? Ha, got an excuse. No starfish. I walked up. Oh, they're all dead. That's just the big giant multi-hundred-year pine trees. Oh, they're dead. Oh, that's solar radiation. Ha, you can tell solar radiation from... Wow. 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 The Emperor has no clothes. Can she overcome the mighty blue lady? I hope. You're no match for her. But what's next up on the food chain? Oh yeah, it's mowing down people. I was given 0.04% chance to survive leukemia. I'm not afraid of any of you freaks. I was in there fighting for my life, going in and out of coma, hanging on to life by a thread, still fighting. We were my activism. Wow. The survival rate of what I went in, red 10, 0.04, but I've spit out the other end. I'm willing to take all you fucking rats on. Bring it on, fuckers, because I fear no evil. I literally. Though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I'll fear no evil. Stay in tuning. Anybody who gives a damn about the ocean, if this doesn't violate you to the 10th power. They're lining up there. They've called emergency meetings up there. The 4-year-old spawners are not showing up. You know, they're going to play, oh, fishing's great, come on up, you know, on the propaganda websites when they do no work. None of these people do anything. And we call them left and right. We got Tim going up and down the Oregon coast. He's going to every one of them. The crab cannery up there, halfway, they're going, right out of their mouths. We got videos of all this. No, there ain't no crabs. There's no starfish. There's no tide pools. Wow, the Pacific Ocean, no, it's like I can't breathe. You have to think about the guy that choked him to death. What about everybody that stood around watching, including cops? So that's what you are. You're a marine biologist, you're an ecologist, you're a professor, you're fishing game, you work in all these different dynamics, an aquarium, whatever. Ain't you supposed to mean something? Aren't you supposed to stand something? Wow. Wow. Let's make a deal. Every one of you, someone can't, and you call yourselves Christian, 200 million people that's got to call themselves Christian. Wow. 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 Betrayal. Ken Buesler, the ultimate betrayal. This is betrayal. This will go down in history. This is the greatest betrayal in human history. Wow. Plutonium's killing them. What's plutonium? We don't know for sure. It's nuclear fission. No one knows what nuclear fission is, man-made, coming off Fukushima. Oh, no. I will quote again TEPCO's words they use over and over. We are relying on yet to be developed technology to handle Fukushima. They say it over and over and over. Tritium levels spiking. They're going to use evaporating ponds. Wow. You read this, and if this doesn't violate you to your core, you have no soul. Remember, we have gills when we're inside the womb. These mammals are so similar to humans. It's heartbreaking. They're starving to death. You think about humans, a pack of humans starving to death, what lengths they will go to. Wow. Wow. No water in California. Trees, I mean, it's not the drought, but it is the drought. The red sun glows for time and all eternity. Plutonium. And this is the arrogance of America. It's disturbing. I mean, makes me cry. Breaks my fucking heart. I slept on the cliffs with the barking elk and sea lions. Walked for day after day, 10, 12 miles a day, 12 hours a day. People just drive by, you know, I had a few people hide. Yeah. They're not about to throw in with me because I don't choose money over life. I don't choose money over my inner integrity and the soul, my belief system, and my passion. All those people do, everybody does. Not me. I really am anti-nuclear. I am nuclear, literally in my bone marrow. So are you. You just haven't come to grips with it yet. Stay tuned.